men.
Today on your Loose Women Live.
Oscar-winning actor Dame Emma Thompson has said that sex should be available on the NHS. Speaking at a screening of her film Good Luck to You, Leo Grand, in which her character, who's a widow, hires a young sex worker so she can experience a sexual awakening. Emma said, "You need sex because it's part of our health plan. It really should be on the NHS. It's so good for you." So what do you think, Denise? Would you like a prescription? What the doctor ordered.
Yeah. I mean...
A bit more enthusiasm, please.
I think
Lincoln's watching.
I think sex is good for you if you like it. Like me and Kelly.
I noticed you bypassed me.
No, because we were talking about it. Well, you clearly do. You've been married
We're the
87
nymphomaniacs
times.
on the panel, are we?
But I think, yeah, it depends. I think physically sex is meant to be good for you. Orgasm is meant to be good for you, but in my experience, just having sex doesn't always guarantee that. But it does now, Lincoln, obviously. No, I always had a very... I used to call it a man's attitude to sex. I think that was because, you know, men got a pass for certain behaviours. And I've always been able to separate sex from love, even though now in a loving relationship it's very important.
But would you
Some
describe
people get
yourself
very
as
hung up
promiscuous?
about it. I think that's just... What does that mean anymore?
Quite a judgmental word.
You know,
that,
it is
isn't
quite judgmental, and I just think that, you know, if you're not hurting anybody, you should have as much sex as you want or don't want. I've got some friends now who are not as old as me, who, you know, of their marriages ended or their relationships ended, and they have got zero desire to even, you know, to even go down that road again. To me, it's very important, as is, you know, intimacy as well.
I think it is an important point you make. I mean, I get what she's saying, and of course they say it's good for your health, etc. Laughing about what am I going to say. But I don't think it's that helpful for Emma to say this, because, like you say, if you wanna, great, fill your boots. If you don't, equally, that is a choice too.
And it can also be bad for you, though, can't it? If you get addicted to sex with a certain person and it's like maybe a toxic relationship. I've been in situations where the relationship is just a disaster, but the sex is amazing, and you stay there because of that part of it, and not because you're connected on any other level. Like, everything about it is wrong, but because the sex is good.
That's a really good point.
That can be really detrimental, I think, to your life.
Yeah, so maybe the focus on sex is just too slim. It should be a kind of broader, sort of healthy connection thing. Janet, as our elder
my
statement of sex.
generation were the people that benefited from the pill, and, you know, we were accused of being sexually promiscuous, and I definitely, you know, took full advantage of being on the pill, and I've enjoyed my life without going into too much gory detail. But it's, you know, I've written about it, and it's pretty obvious. I've had a lot of fun in my time. But I think now we're too hung up on how much sex, who you're doing it with, how you're doing it, and what your gender is and everything else. And instead of that, we should be focused more on intimacy and connection. Because, you know, that is the most important thing in any relationship, is feeling comfortable with the person you are with and having a connection.
Yeah.
And as Kelly's made a very, very good point, sometimes you can be with a person having sex and it's absolutely the wrong thing to be doing. And the other joke about having sex on the NHS, you'd be on a waiting list. You won't be, it won't be a spontaneous thing, love. You'll be waiting for that phone call or that letter that arrives.
So, horses, have a great afternoon. See you then. Bye-bye.